Sean Conway, who started his life dodging elephants in Zimbabwe and paddling down the Doozy in KZN, has become somewhat of a celebrity in England as an extreme endurance adventurer. And we're joined by him today from Cheltenham in UK, not on his World War II boat that he actually lives on, but in a house. So welcome, Sean. And this house that you live on, this World War II boat that you bought, tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. I've been looking for a boat for ages. I love the idea of living on a boat, living on the sea. And it came up on eBay about a year ago. And yeah, I bid on it and won it. And it's a 1932 teak boat. Used to have a gun on the front as well, which is amazing.
But now there are a couple of holes in it at the moment.
It's where I live.
There are a couple of holes in it at the moment. Of your boat. You said there are a couple of holes in it at the moment.
Yes, yeah, there are quite a few holes at the moment.
Not from Germans? Not a result of German attack?
Well, I'm not so sure, I don't know what happens when I leave this boat at night, maybe the other boats gang up on it. But no, it's an 85-year-old boat, so you're always going to have some holes in it and that sort of thing. But, I've got the bilge pumps working, which, annoys the neighbors because it sprays water on them every night. But, it's getting there. It's a work in progress.
Your life hasn't always been a bearded adventurer living on a boat. When you first got to London, you were a freelance photographer. What was your journey from being a typical London worker from South Africa to becoming something so much more?
You know what it's like. You chase the money a little bit, I think. You leave South Africa thinking, well, I'm going to go to England, I'm going to earn loads of money, I'm going to come back and save some money. And, I just got caught up in the rat race of London, and I just got caught up with chasing the wrong dreams, I think. I think coming to England was meant to be this whole way of me trying to explore the world and go traveling, but unfortunately I just got caught up in a business that I hated, and I was just photographing loads of people that didn't want to be photographed, loads of bankers in the city of London, and trying babies for school portraits, all these things that I thought I'd be traveling around the world instead. And I remember I turned 30, and I just remember thinking, this is not what I wanted to be. This is not the kind of fun photographer I wanted to be. So I just sold my business. I sold it for £1 and got out. I just thought, I got to do something. I got to make a change. And that's when I decided to do a bit of traveling. And I guess that's when my world really changed. And now I kind of do that for a living.
So what makes an extreme adventure so unique from an endurance point of view?
So I go on adventures that are more on the endurance side, as in at the athletic side, rather than the exploration side. A lot of adventurers will go and climb a mountain and explore and find new things, whereas I like to go for records. I like to push myself physically and mentally. I like to get on the bike at 4 in the morning and cycle to midnight every day for months on end, and that's the thing that excites me. I think for 10 years living in London, not really pushing myself, not challenging myself, just accepting a pretty average existence. I now really want to make the most of my days on this planet. I just want to go out there, push my own bar as high as I can, and every time you push it up, you get a bit better, and then it gives you more confidence to do the next thing. And I find that gives me a reason to get out of bed in the morning rather than just sort of going on an exploration base. So that's kind of, yeah, it makes me sick now, I think.